University clubs are experiencing unprecedented funding challenges with the spread of COVID-19. Similar to the struggles of small local businesses, physical and social restrictions have created a situation where university and college clubs' operational futures are uncertain for the foreseeable future. I'm Noah, and I'm the Director of Sponsorship for DECA at the University of Ottawa. What is DECA? Well, we're a club that's focused on getting university students passionate about business through hosting case competitions based on real-life business problems, training them to solve the business problems, and hosting other fun events throughout the year as well. I work with 12 amazing execs to bring this club to life, and together, we're trying to find creative solutions to the problems presented in front of us. Because of the coronavirus pandemic, the physical and social restrictions it's placed on us, and having to take time to restructure our operations accordingly, we really only have these last 2 weeks of August to acquire all of our sponsors and funding for the academic year. Before now, lockdown restrictions have been too strict to allow us to go to visit and talk to businesses directly. And if we wait until September, who knows what the future will hold, with the second wave expected to hit sometime around fall or winter. Furthermore, our DECA Nationals Convention, our big social event for the year where we drive all of our delegates out to Toronto to compete and have fun for the weekend, has been switched to a virtual format for everyone's safety, which is a big hit to our value proposition to not only our club members, but potentially our value proposition to sponsors as well. Now we're really going to have to think outside the box if we're going to achieve any success this year. We've really only got these last 2 weeks to pound the pavement, and so that's exactly what we're going to do. Come with me. Alright, so today we're going to be hitting a lot of Canada high-tech businesses, and our goal is to be hitting at least 10 businesses a day while maintaining a socially distanced manner, and that way we should be able to get to at least 100 to 140 businesses by the end of our 2-week period. We're focusing, more than we ever have before, on hitting corporate businesses and businesses and industries that have weathered COVID relatively well, like professional services, cybersecurity, telecommunications, just to name a few. Because mom and pop, small local businesses, traditional go-to sponsors for university clubs like ours, they're getting hit the hardest with COVID right now. And we can't rely on them like we used to this year. Our problem is our value proposition to corporations. Access to our resume database, networking and workshopping opportunities like delegates, the ability to write and then judge cases based on their own business problems at our case competition events. It isn't as strong this year, with COVID making it more difficult to provide these opportunities to the same degree we have in years before. We're going to have to find some crafty ways around this, and hopefully find ourselves some businesses whose priorities line up well with the services we can provide. So yeah, we're going to be dropping off some business cards, hopefully getting some physical and virtual meetings if we can, and hopefully it all goes for the best. So yeah, let's go. First business of the day. Wish you luck. No luck today. We'll get them next time. Alright, day 2. Here goes nothing. 15% chance of rain. 15% chance of rain, they said.
But this don't look like a 15% chance of rain to me.
My suit kind of smells like wet hairspray now. Even though we got rained out yesterday, got a virtual meeting today, so gotta remain optimistic. I feel like I've exercised all the offices in my area, so we're going to try cold calling and cold emailing today. Alright, that's 50 new businesses contacted. So we're 1 week in, and we've achieved no success so far. We've gotten no committed sponsors. We only have one warm lead, and we need to be done this by next week. Like I said, like, who knows what the future is gonna hold. Like, I don't know what we're gonna do. Last week, when I was going from corporation to corporation, I also stopped at a few mom and pop, local restaurants, retail, what have you. And, you know, sure enough, wasn't a good time for them to be sponsoring clubs. Financial times are tight right now, you know, no worries there. So I talked it over with my bosses. I talked it over with my partner for sponsorship, and we realized we have a great tool right here with this mini documentary that we could be leveraging to get more sponsors. So, like, why aren't we doing this? So that's exactly what we're gonna do, guys. Let's go check out some businesses. All right, guys, I'm in Margarita, a brand new Mexican restaurant in the Glebe. Opened up literally 3 days ago. I'm with the owners, Emilio, Margarita, and Johnny. And Emilio, why don't you tell us a little bit about this brand new business venture you guys are on?
Perfect. Hola, nosotros somos Restaurant Margarita. Estamos muy contentos de ser parte de la familia de Ottawa y ofrecer nuestras recetas que vienen de parte de mi mamá, trabajándolas desde hace mucho tiempo y ahora introduciéndolas a este mercado y trabajando con los negocios locales al mismo tiempo.
Today we're having mixiote. This is a traditional dish made of slices of cactus, potatoes, in a homemade sauce made of dried peppers.
Sounds delicious. Just go right into it. Cheers. That meat, cooked to perfection. Super tender, super savory. I've been to a lot of Mexican restaurants in Ottawa. Mexican food is one of my favorite foods. You're not going to get authentic stuff like this anywhere else. This is as gourmet, as good as it's going to get. So yeah, cheers to that. Alright, so Johnny, how has COVID affected your business?
The pandemic really affected us to the point where we had to shut down for 2 weeks. We had no customers, no income, nothing. But then people started asking about us if we were still open, so we tried again. But it was so tough after we opened because some days where we had $50 of income and it was still not enough to pay the bills. But luckily we had supporters, kept coming back, and here we are.
Alright guys, I'm outside the beautiful Les Moulins Lafayette, probably the best Parisian French bakery in Ottawa. Gentlemen, why don't you introduce yourselves?
Hey Ottawa, my name is Gomas. I'm one of the co-owners of Les Moulins Lafayette.
Hey guys, I'm Maddie. I'm also one of the co-owners of Les Moulins Lafayette.
And this is Veda. He couldn't be here today, so this is a caricature of him that they hang on the wall.
So Gumas, tell me a little bit about Les Moulins Lafayette.
Here at Les Moulins Lafayette, we have over 30 varieties of breads, baguettes, baked goods, pastries, individual cakes, and of course, handcrafted sandwiches made with love. Here at Les Moulins Lafayette, we're not a corporation, we're a big family.
So what do we have today?
Noah, some of the best that Les Moulins Lafayette has to offer here in Hindenburg. We got millefeuille, layered custard goodness, raspberry macaron, hands down the bomb in Ottawa, and of course, if you love Ferrero Rocher during Christmas time,
And I do.
the Paddle Royale got you back.
Check that out. Alright. Cheers. Oh yeah. Paddle Royale. Cheers. Cheers. Got like some whipped cream. It's like a 7-layer cream. The chocolate's very dense. Really good. something you were telling me about that really resonated with me earlier. It's just how much love and how much pride you have for all the people that work here.
No, I really appreciate that you recognize that. You see this wall right here? At one point, we had 21 staff members working at Løve. How many do you think are working now? 6. There is no I in team. Løve and Interwork would be nowhere without the true frontline heroes, the staff.
So how long have you been working here?
I've been working here for about 2 years now.
Now, what do you like about working at Løve?
Honestly, the thing I like most about working here is the homey environment.
Awesome.
Bye guys, thank you so much for sponsoring our club.
On to our final destination on Elgin.
Director for the Happy Fish on Elgin Street.
My name is Rebecca Sheik. I'm one of the managing partners of the Happy Fish and also one of our lead mixologists.
My name is Sean Romano. I'm one of the managing partners of Happy Fish on Elgin, and I'm also the general manager.
Sounds awesome, guys.
And here we have a signature for Lynn.
Thank you. Cheers. Oh yeah. That's so good. So how me and Nathan met is actually we're part of the same fraternity, Sigma Alpha Community Ottawa. And basically he posted an alum post on our Facebook, said that he worked as an operator for a bunch of small restaurants in the Ottawa area. So I hit him up, told him about the documentary. He was interested right away. And I was just wondering, your university experience shaping applications restaurant is today?
Well, thanks for having me, Noah. As a former University of Ottawa student, we wanted the Happy Fish to be very welcoming to all university college students across Ottawa. Our staff is very friendly. We wanted to feel like it's their second home, almost like a big house party.
Alright, so Sean, I gotta ask, how's COVID affected Happy Fish?
So I'm very proud to say that most of the managing partners, although we slowed down a little bit on the bar side, we started a foundation called Operation Ramsey, in which we give back food to those in the community that are in need or elderly people as well. So we transferred all our organization from the bar side of things over to this foundation, and I'm very proud to say that it went very well, and we're very proud of it.
You guys should be proud, that sounds awesome. Alright man, check out this feast we got going on over here. We got their nachos, we got their chicken wings, yeah, 3 of their drinks, including the Berlin that we had earlier. So yeah, let's dig into these nachos. Gosh darn. Those nachos are actually really good. The marketing director, he was telling me like, oh, these nachos are so good, man. I'm like, how good can they just be? They're nachos. Like, how can you make them better than what they are? But like, no, for real, these are actually good nachos right here. Rebecca, Sean, thanks so much for your time. The food, drinks, are none delicious. Yeah, thank you. It's a pleasure. All right, and we're back. So, in the end, how did we do? Did we get the 100 sponsors promised in the video title? No, but we did get to 3 sponsors, and I'm happy to announce we got our first corporate sponsor of the year last week. So that's 4 sponsors. I'm finishing hashing out the detail with 1 more sponsor. And my partner Taylor, shout out Taylor, also got a sponsor over the past 2 weeks. So altogether, that's 6 sponsors. For comparison, that's 3 times as many sponsors as our club got last year, and that was when the economy was in boom. So would I consider that a success? Yeah. So what's the moral of the story here? What did we learn today? If you own or work for a small, local, community-focused organization who's struggling because of COVID right now, find creative ways to work with other community-focused organizations and build each other up. At the end of the day, if you're community-focused, your organization will always work better when it works as a part of its community's sum instead of as an individual part. And that's the moral of the story here. Go out there, build each other up. People are more willing to help than you might think. Alright guys, thank you so much for watching, and go support your small local businesses.